Hi, everybody. Hi. So welcome back to Glamorous Closet. We did it. We did it. Oh my God. Oh, what a week this has been, and I'm quite sure what a week it has been for all of you. I can tell you that I am currently. This is how far behind I am in everything but listing. I'm far behind. This is how far behind I am. I'm still cutting out names for the drawing. So no worries, not to worry. We will have your names in the drawing very, very shortly. But just kind of wanted to talk a little bit about what happened this week. I don't know if not everybody has the same struggles in daily life, but you can't discount the fact that that everybody has struggles in daily life. And I think it's important to hi sweet pea. I think it's important to sort of keep track of what's going on mentally, physically, and just kind of respond, and just know that that you're not the only one going through some stuff. So and I had to really keep that in mind, and I think the listing challenge kind of put that into perspective, because I think a lot of what I found out this week was that surprise surprise, other people have problems too. Right. And it's not just it's not just problems. It's just things that walls that you run into when you're trying to work and you're trying to be successful when you have your own business, especially reselling. And I, there are some things that are just insurmountable. My whole family got sick last week and this week. So I had three different sons in three different households, and their families sick, and had my husband sick, and then working through it, and he worked 32 hours of overtime this week. He worked 4 days of double shifts. So and when you're the guy at home, you're definitely the support team. I was support team, SEAL Team 6 support. um I also had construction going on. They were actually finishing up putting in the new kitchen this week. And so everything was covered in dust. My entire house is chaotic. I had trouble shipping out stuff because I had to figure out a workaround for my dining room, and on and on and on. And then I realized there are people in this world who can't eat. There are people in this world who have nothing, and I am so extremely blessed, and I am so extremely thrilled to be where I am. So, first world problems, I just we've got so much to be thankful for. And so the fact that I don't have to run 25 miles to get a gallon of water, or you know what I mean? Like, it just kind of put things in perspective for me. But I did kind of get that. I did kind of get that midweek thing, and I don't know if you guys did, where you're like, yes, I have this goal, and yeah, I'm gonna knock it out. And you're like, the first 3 days, you're like, I'm killing it. I'm so far ahead of the schedule, and all of a sudden, it's just kind of like diving off a cliff, right? And you're like, whoa, whoa, what happened there? It was just it was a derailment, and I had to figure out, for everything in life, there's a hack, and you just have to figure out what the hack is. I guess, I don't know, life hacks is like a young person's word, but that's the closest thing I can think of to, you have to figure out a workaround. So midweek, I did it. I forced myself to go in the other room, and I said, you know what, I'm just going to list three. And I did that on Wednesday and ended up listing like 10 or 11. So I feel good about that. um and so yeah, that wall is tough, right? It's one of those things where you hit that mental block, and you're like, man, if I never see another shoe or another shirt for the rest of my life, I'll be fine. And you just kind of gotta work through that. And I mean, it's January, so it's freezing, it's muddy. You know, a lot of places have snow, so some of you guys are in the path of that nor'easter, and you're already experiencing, like, you know, blizzard conditions. So I think overall it was not just the listing challenge. It's kind of a testament to what we can accomplish when we put our minds to it. And I think it was a very good reminder about the power of motivation support that we have in the reseller community. And if we're not taking advantage of that, it's such a powerful resource. It's such a good resource because I knew that I had accountability towards all of you, anyone who was in the challenge with me and anyone who watched my silly YouTube channel. So the accountability really, really helped. And I liked that. So we'll probably do it again in the spring, maybe. I don't know. But you know, um, it's been a really interesting week, and ultimately, I did get my goal accomplished, and I got an extra 8. So I'd listed 50, and then I went for an extra 8 last night because I was kind of feeling myself after one. I was like, you know what? This feels pretty good. So hi Kayla, hi. I would say hi to chat, but I'm sorry, I'm derailing myself, and I tend to forget what I was saying midway. So long story short, you know, I guess the message is don't be afraid to try something new to get productive for your business. I think that, you know, I think it worked pretty well. And yeah, Kendra Kemp, I know who you are. I love you better than anybody else. So that's right. We got that Ola power, Holly. Um, so Donna, that's true. A bonus is a bonus, but yeah, a minimum of 25 a day. It's a lot, and especially with there's a little bit more of a processing time when you're doing mostly clothing. It's just, you know, you have to wash it, you have to lint roll it, you have to press it and dry it and steam it and blah 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 blah. You have to make sure it doesn't smell like somebody else's perfume and all that stuff. So my hard goods and my jewelry went a lot quicker, and that's kind of a good reminder to me too, though, because, you know, why do I have hard goods and shoes and, you know, jewelry and handbags and all this stuff just sitting off on the side, not listing it because I'm trying to get one t-shirt lint rolled. You know, it was a good reminder that, you know, even the small stuff sells. I've sold about $40 in just small stuff that was sitting on the side this week. My sales this week have really exponentially gone up. I had like 3 sales last night, but I've had bundles throughout the week. I've had multi sales. So for a week where my expectation would have been, you know, maybe $50-$60 in the week, I'm not a power lister. So for a week where it was going to be kind of relaxed and stuff, I ended up doing like almost $300 in sales just between Monday and Friday. I mean, just that. So yeah, Bryn and Janet, yeah, it's the under $20 sales. And just, you know, knocking them out though. I mean, you know, pennies in a jar, and if you have enough pennies, you have dollars. So, Donna, don't think I'm discounting what you do either, girl. You're a rock star. 25 listings of anything a day. I could have 25 matching crackers a day, and I would be like, yeah, this is exhausting. So just know I definitely don't discount what you did. Zoe, you're having a relatively slow sales week, unfortunately, and you don't know why. Zoe, it's the week before everybody gets paid is probably why. Plus, it's the last week of January, which is, you know, that lasts 1,000 weeks. So that can get a little But yeah, people get paid the first of the month, but keep sharing, keep listing, Zoe, because it's happening. It's starting to happen. So anyway, I'm going to have to take just a moment because I really did not think this through like I should have. Well, actually, you know what? I'll just go ahead and and do this myself. I'm going to just take everybody's names and just do this and just sprinkle the bowl. Make sure I didn't drop it. Just sprinkle the bowl, and then I'm going to hold the bowl up for myself so I can't see what I'm grabbing, and I'm going to grab the winner's name. Donna, it is a hustle and a grind for sure. And Leanne, I love your support. You are such a sweet person. Okay, so the winner is, Adopted Retrospects Kim. Kim from Adopted Retrospects, you just won with your listings this week. And you could tell Missy too, because I didn't see her telling anybody she was listing. Hi, Missy, by the way, I love you. Adopted Retrospects Kim, I'll be sending you a $25 Visa gift card. And I did a Visa gift card as opposed to like a food or something, just because, if you want to pay your water bill with it, you can do that too, I'm pretty sure. Or you can, if you need an oil change or something like that. So, we're all adults and we've got adulting lives. And unfortunately, sometimes our prizes go towards something, something maybe, not as fun. But it was interesting. I think that the thing is that it was interesting to see some of the creativity this week too. Jersey Gypsy Lisa, I honestly did not realize how wonderful an editor you are. And she just has done, her videos were incredible. They were beautiful. I love that I saw so many people reach out to me on Instagram, and so many people reach out to me and just offer support. There were people who were like, you know what, this is not my listing challenge. This one's not for me. Maybe not this time around, but here's some support and here's some, rah-rah and some motivational. It's important to have. It's so important to have. If you can't, be in the race, cheer somebody on. That was incredible to have. I really appreciate everyone who was a part of this. So what I'm going to do is just pull the names out of the bowl one by one. We have Adopted Retrospects, of course, the one that I pulled first. Hi, Kim. Hi, Kim. Kim was right on it too. Like she was like, yes, let's do this. And I was like, oh, Kim, you rock. And in case you're wondering why I'm not all glammed up, 50 listings does this to you, Grandma. So, but I took a shower finally. That was great. You ever have one of those days where you're like, oh, I finally took a shower? Jersey Gypsy Lisa, and we talked about her. And her fantastic videos and her great creativity. Lisa, thank you so much. She's been in touch all the time. Chloe with Cuberly Chaos. And if you've ever seen anybody with bouncing enthusiasm, this is it. This is the name. Chloe has such a high level of energy. And, sometimes I just have to be a energy vampire and just kind of, hey, Chloe, what's going on? Like hop into a chat where she's at just so I can like absorb that 21-year-old energy. It's fantastic. The hat guy reached out to me, and I was so excited to hear from him because it's nice to know that these things are crossing over between the clothing and the hard goods communities. I love that. Dodo in the Sun was part of it too. And it was just really nice to have, oh Lord have mercy, I did not just do that. It was just really nice to have people who are, maybe not somebody that I see every day or that I see in every chat, but they were right there. Okay, I dropped some names because, I'm cool like that. Is anybody else this level of cool? I feel like it's like I'm like a whole nother level. I'm way up here because I'm so graceful and finished. Um, I'm not. I'm a weirdo. But thanks for watching. Veronica Mitka. This woman has she has a kid. She just completed a move. She's got a full-time job, managed to do the 50. And I thought, if she can do it, I can. I have to do it. I don't have any of those things in my home. Cajun Roots, and he was actually entered 4 times. That man did 200 listings this week. And with Johnny, it's always a good reminder that I need to organize myself, and sort of copy certain type A things that he does. He's a little type A. He'll tell you. This is not me talking out of school. He'll tell you. But he does things in like time blocks, and what a brilliant genius idea. I love that. So learned a lot from him. And he pretty much completed the challenge by he's like, oh, it's Monday and I have 100. And I'm like, okay. Danny B's Closet. Danny was in my, she was in my DMs in Instagram, and we were giving each other great support. And she is she's another one of those motivated people. Like, she's a full-time teacher, full-time mom. She's got a lot going on too. And this woman is incredible. I mean, the amount of energy that she has. And I don't know, I get exhausted sometimes looking at these young girls. The 5 resellers, Camilla and Kang. Camilla and Kang are one of the couples that we love them so much. They are really down and supportive for the reselling community, and I consider them reseller friends that are just lovely. Oh, Chris, by the way, it has been crazy. Chris, I see you in the chat. It's been a little crazy, but I do have your email is actually at the top of my things to respond to tonight. Okay, so Marcus from Dixon's Pickens. Marcus is from Missouri, and he lives in the same town that my son is going to college in Missouri. So I'm excited that Marcus took part, and he ended up with 2 entries because he also, I think, ended up at 100. So that was fantastic. And I was just so proud, my Missouri people, I'm so proud of you. You make us look good. Dollar Dr. Jennifer, another person who's super busy, and she's just coming off of, being really ill. And she has, an independent veterinary practice and a full-time job, and, pets to take care of. And, I mean, people are just so busy and so crazy busy, and yet finding time for this. The Happy Hour Haulers. Happy Haulers. And guys, I had to give everybody like little nicknames. So we know that you're the Happy Hour Haulers, but Bryn Diaz and Janet Adams. Bryn and Janet are, again, another, what a beautiful couple, and reseller friends that I am. It's such a privilege to be a part of their world and watch them grow, and watch their, and Bryn is my coach twin, by the way. We've got coach wallets that are matching. And I was really grateful for their support this week too. And so, we put out the daily posts, and you wonder if anybody's paying attention. And then, you get somebody who's such a bright ray of sunshine, like Janet, or like Bryn, or like Doc, or it was just wonderful. Now this one's a special one, a little bit of a special one for me. This is Lisa's Finding Redo. And I didn't know about Lisa's Finding Redo until this week. And I saw her video under the hashtag 50 challenge. And this lady is killing it. She's a retired school teacher. She did the challenge this week, and she nailed it. So she was in the drawing too. And if you haven't watched her channel, she's got a channel, and she's sort of finding that she's going through that phase, that thing that I think a lot of us went through with COVID, and with the and I said the C word right out loud on the interwebs. Yes, I did, because I'm not monetized, and who cares? But Lisa is sort of she revisited her life choices and her current life, and she's, and she's just making new making different decisions and trying new things, and I have so much respect for that. She's exactly what I want to be. So, well, and kind of on the same journey that I am, where, you sort of took a left and pivoted away from, I'm going to be 65 and retire from this particular job, and sort of, exploring new things. And I think that's the thing that we keep seeing. Raquel Swartz too. Raquel, don't think you weren't in the drawing. You were definitely in the drawing. And I don't know if she's in the chat or not. I didn't see her, but probably. But Raquel reached out to me on Instagram, and I got updates as she went along, and it was just one of those, sort of private conversation things where I was like, "This is absolutely fantastic that you're doing this." Not everybody is a stars and whistles person. Some people are just, they're just quietly there, and they're doing their thing, and they're and God love you, because some of us need attention way too much. So, I know thyself, and I know, um oh, and Boo had salmon in the air fryer, living dangerously. My teacher is always like, "Don't say the C word in school." Well, don't say the C word in school. Oh, you're talking about COVID. Okay. Yeah. Uh, yeah, we have to try salmon in the air fryer. Miss Kendra Camp also, maybe somebody ordered something for you that you wanted. How do you take all the pics, research, write up the description, and know what price to put it at so quickly? Is it that you list all the time and copy paste? Honestly, May, it has to do with, a lot of it has to do with just learning how to fast research things. Also, you develop an eye for certain things. So certain things that become your bread and butter, and you see it a lot, you don't have to research as much, because you know exactly, sort of what you're selling. With clothing, it's a little bit different than it would be with like hard goods or like the jewelry. With the jewelry and some of the hard goods, I actually did have to look up like descriptions and dates, and do a little bit more research and do some deep dives. With clothing and shoes and accessories and purses, I kind of know that's more of my wheelhouse, and that's stuff that I do every day. So that's why. But yeah, to anybody who didn't get a shout out today, just know that I appreciate your being on the journey with me. I think that we did it together, and together we have, if we put what we did together, we have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of new listings out there ready for sale. We're all going to make, you make more money. The more you list, the more money you make. That's the formula, and that formula has not changed. So I just wanted to say a very heartfelt thank you to all of everyone who's supported. I want to say congratulations to every single one of you who did this. I really think, and to Kim with Adopted Retrospects, if you could please send me your address. I had your address. I had your address on a package that you mailed me, that I got from an auction, but I don't know where that package is. So if you could please let me know what your address is, just hit me up on IG in the DMs. That's how the kids talk nowadays. Yeah, that doesn't make me sound old saying that. So I want everybody to have a wonderful weekend. Now, I would recommend that you please do what I'm going to do, which is take the rest of the day off. I'm going to chisel this makeup off. I am going to absolutely put my hair up in the most ugly samurai bun I could find, and I am going to relax. And I'm going to sleep some more, and I'm going to eat healthy foods, and then I'm going to eat foods that are bad for me that taste delicious. So everybody have a wonderful weekend. Thank you so much for being a part of this journey. Oh my God, there's Jack Valentine. Hello, sweet pea. Mwah. Hi, that's my glam baby, guys. Well, he's my other glam baby, Kendra Kemp. Don't different kind of glam baby. So But yeah, that's my my boo-boos. So much love to everybody, and thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. Never forget, however many you list, or whether you do list today, just know, kick back, relax, enjoy your life. Take that left turn if you need to. Never forget, Glamma loves you.